And what about
was
practices?
practices also was
Going
good.
on.
Yeah,
Great.
I had time to speak to heart.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Shaparji, what about you? Practices going on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Take one more deep breath. And out. Thank you, universe, for this divine time. Thank you, universe, for this divine nature. Thank you, universe, for the magical air that we breathe. Thank you for bringing us together so that we come on this platform and learn what we need to learn. Thank you, universe, for guiding us, for going inside us and understanding for what we are on this planet. Thank you, universe, for guiding all our friends and relatives and whom we are associated with to bring this light into their lives. Thank you, universe, for guiding us on all that we need to do in our daily lives. Thank you, universe, for making me a channel of blessings. Thank you for making me say what I need to say and what I need to learn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Open your eyes. So before I start that, let me see if I can share the feelings thing I had opened. Mhm. Maybe afterwards I'll share it. Okay, so we are on today, day 21, right? So today we are going to
Yes,
learn about magnificent outcomes. Okay, so the chapter's name is Magnificent Outcome. This is
outcome.
what I keep on telling every time that I use this a lot. I use this a lot, even for our daily routines, when you are going out, when you're going for some picnic or when you're going to some restaurant with family. I use this because this helps you to, first only be grateful. So see here it is showing a door. If you see this picture, this is a
Yes.
complete door. Okay. And how your doors can open, and become magical. That is what it is explaining for any outcome or anything you want.
Okay.
You say grace before meals. All right. But I say grace before the concert and the opera, and grace before the play and pantomime, and grace before I open a book, and grace before sketching, painting, swimming, fencing, boxing, walking, playing, dancing, and grace before I dip the pen in the ink. Okay? G.K. Chesterton, 1874, 1936 writer. So he said that you might be saying grace means you are being thankful. What is grace? Being thankful. So if you are being thankful before meals, All right, he's saying, but I become thankful for all the things beforehand I start. Okay? Like we do start our food with, Bismillah. That way, like I say grace before the concert and opera, grace before play and pantomime, and grace before I open the book. So before doing anything, even if he's opening a book, doing any sketching, painting, swimming, fencing, boxing, walking, for anything, okay? He says, I write gratitude. I dip the pen in the ink. What does that mean? I dip the pen in the ink. I write gratitude. Okay. So we all want good outcomes to everything we do. In giving thanks, before he performed an action, the writer Gilbert Kit Chesterton used the magic of gratitude to guarantee the outcome he wanted. So before he performed anything, Tasneem ma'am, can you mute your
Yeah.
this coming? Yeah. We all want outcomes to everything we do. In giving thanks, before he performed an action, the writer Gilbert Chesterton used the magic of the gratitude to guarantee the outcome he wanted. So he was very sure that if I apply gratitude beforehand, I'm going to get good outcome. So just now, before we start today, just think of what you want. What are the things that you want to finish today? Do you have some plan to go out? Do you have some meeting to attend? Do you need to meet someone? Do you need to go for your grocery? Okay. Write down today in your notebook what are the things that you are planning for today. What is there in your mind? Like today, I have to finish this, I have to finish my classes, I have to finish my meetings, I have to go and meet this client. Anything it could be, any simple small things that we have to go to the restaurant. Okay. So, or you have to sit and do your planning for your trip. Anything. It could
For the
be,
entire day?
yes, for the entire day. For the entire day, what are the things, what you are feeling that you're going to do? You can write 2 or 3 things also, which are very important. Like you have to finish this today, right? Write that down. Write down what are the important things you are planning today. It could be important also, it could be very small also. Like even if you are want to clean your wardrobe, it could be that, or you have to do some recording, editing, you can put that, right? Write it down in your book. Like I am writing that I need to make a list of the DMart grocery. Okay. And cleaning my wardrobe. Then giving the letter to the police. My notebooks are over, so I have to go and get notebooks for my writing. Once you have written, let me know. Done? At least four important things, three or four important things which you feel that you are really you're really going to need it.
Yes.
You need to finish it today, and you have that in your mind. Do that. We'll go ahead. You will have had times when you thought to yourself, I hope this goes well, or I hope this turns out okay, or I'm going to need a lot of luck. You know, when you're going out sometimes, you have some important work to do. And in your mind, you have this thought, I hope this goes well. I hope this turns out okay. I hope this meeting goes well. I hope I'm able to get this client today. So I need, if you're going for an interview, you feel, that I need a lot of luck, I'm going, and you have to go and speak to some superior, some person, authority person in your office or something. And then you feel that, I need really luck, that I should speak to him. So all these thoughts are hoping for a good outcome to a situation. But life doesn't happen by chance or because of stroke of luck. The laws of universe operate mathematically to the finest possible degree. That is something you can count on. So she's saying that anything does not happen by chance or luck. It is the law of universe is working to the finest degree, and that is something you can count on. A pilot doesn't hope that the laws of physics will keep working during his flight, right? He's very confident. He's grateful that I'm going to fly this flight, right? He does not say, "Okay, okay, I hope this flight goes well, and I land properly." Because he knows the laws of physics will never fail. You don't go into your day and hope that the law of gravity will keep you on the ground so that you don't float off into the space. Okay. So you don't, when you get up, you don't feel okay that the law of gravity is going to keep you on grounded. You are sure that if I stand, the ground is going to help me to stand, right? So you don't float into the space. You know there's no chance at play, and gravity's law will never fail. So you are sure that gravity is not going to fail. Law of universe is going to work for you. If you want magnificent outcomes, you know what are magnificent outcomes? Something you want to happen really according to your will. So you do gratitude beforehand, okay, for it. So if you want magnificent outcomes to everything you do, then you have to use the law that governs the outcomes, the law of attraction. That means you have to use your thoughts and feelings to attract magnificent outcomes to you, and being grateful for the magnificent outcomes is one of the simplest way to do it. Okay, so see, that means you have to use your thoughts and feelings to attract the magnificent outcomes to you, and being grateful for the magnificent outcome is one of the simplest way to do it. So the magnificent outcome practice is being grateful before you do something you want to go well. Okay, so you have in your mind that this should go well. So that time you have to be very thankful beforehand. Like you are moving out of the house for an important meeting, or you are entering your boss cabin, anything. You have to be very thankful beforehand. Ki I'm going, thank you for the magnificent outcome that I'm talking to my boss properly and he's listening to me. So whatever is the thing you want, before that only you write magnificent outcome. So you learn how to do that. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to the work meeting, the job interview, or the exam. Even your children are going for some exams, they can put the magnificent outcome. The magnificent outcome to the sports game, phone call, catch up with a friend, or seeing your mother-in-law. So very simple things. If you're meeting your friends, or if you're going to see your mother-in-law, anyway, you're going out, you're traveling, you can put this magnificent outcome. Like when I was in Bangkok, every day morning when we went to the beach, I used to morning and say, thank you for the magnificent outcome that I've enjoyed this each and every activity in this trip today. So that is how you need to put it into words, and beforehand only imagine that everything what I want is happening according to that. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to your exercise routine. Okay. So maybe today you want that you should exercise well. You're not able to do it well. You're not getting that much time. You can put magnificent outcome to that. Your pet's vet appointment. You're taking your pet to the vet doctor. So that time also you can put this magnificent outcome, or your medical or dental checkup. Anything, you're going for any blood test, you can put your magnificent outcome. You're going for any medical checkup, for your eye checkup, you can put your magnificent outcome. What you want, that, okay, there are too much I have to stand in the line. So beforehand only say that there are not much patients, when I go, and I get the number very fast. You can simple language, simple words, from coming right from your heart. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome when an electrician, a plumber, or any tradesperson is addressing a problem in your home. The magnificent outcome to a family outing, your all family is going out and you don't want anyone to fight. Because usually what happens is, many times we have seen that people go for a movie and husband, wife fight and come. If they go out, they fight and come. Or the whole family in-laws and everyone is gone, they fight and they come back. So the whole mood is gone. So beforehand, before any program, before anything is happening, you first only say your magnificent outcome. You put it, write it down. The magnificent outcome to a family outing, conversation with your child about their behavior. You want that he should listen. So beforehand only you say for the magnificent outcome that he's listening to me. Or the heart to heart with your partner. Okay, you're talking to your partner and you want that you want to speak something very important, and you want that outcome should be as you have planned in your mind, right? That time also you can use this magnificent outcome. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome to a purchase you will be making, such as the birthday gift, engagement ring. You want to go and buy something very important, wedding dress, magnificent outcome to choosing a new cell phone, new carpet, drapes, or renovation company. Any smallest thing, you are bringing home, you want to go and buy, you're going for shopping. If you put that magnificent outcome, then you manifest the thing what was there in your mind. Okay. So you can immediately manifest what you want because you have already said thank you for that. You could be grateful for the magnificent outcome for the reservation at a restaurant. You want to go some special restaurant and there is lots of crowd. So beforehand you say that my seat is reserved there, or great seats for a concert. If you're going for any program, concert, for that also you can put your magnificent outcome. The magnificent outcome to your daily mail, your daily emails, or your tax refund for the year. You want that this year I should not be paying tax. Beforehand, only when the tax things comes in the March and April, May, that time you should immediately say that, I'm getting my tax refund. If it helps you to believe in the magical power of gratitude to create magnificent outcomes, you can wave your fingers through the air and imagine that you are sprinkling magic dust over the event you want to turn out magnificently. So what happens is you can do this. You can wave your fingers in the air and do, but be very careful, because in front of people, when you are in public and you do this, people might feel you're doing some jadoo or, something else. So, or black magic or something. So you can, just do this, that I'm sprinkling something, or you can in your mind, just do this. But usually what I do is, since she stresses lots on writing, I do write magnificent outcome, so I write thank you for the magnificent outcome of my QCI observations, which I have planned today 6, done very nicely. So what happens is, if any problem is going to arise, it goes away, and you feel that everything has gone smoothly. Another time to use gratitude for magnificent outcome is when something unexpected happens during the day. Suppose you have gone out and you met some person and that person is saying something to you. Oh, why did you come here? And now this is going to happen. So before that person speaks like that, in your mind, you say, thank you for the magnificent outcome for whatever work you have gone. Okay. So anytime during the day, something unexpected happens during the day. When something unexpected happens, very often we can jump to conclusions because we always become irritable, Now what will happen? Oh, now he's going to do like that, or now he's going to do something, he'll bring something like that and he'll bring out some other issue in front of me. So every time when any such situation arises, our mind focuses only on what will happen, and our thoughts starts immediately, right? We think all negative things, what can happen. So we jump to the conclusion and immediately think that there's something wrong. For example, you arrive at work and are told that the boss wants to see you right away. Okay, this is the example. See, the boss has called you. Now, what happens the moment you hear this, that from someone that your boss is just waiting to meet you, your mind starts working. You have lots of thoughts coming. What would have happened? Have I done something wrong? What went wrong from my side? Why is now he's going to shout at me? This, that. So we start thinking beforehand only. So the problem with jumping to the conclusions and thinking there's something wrong is that the law of attraction says that what you think and feel, you will attract to you. So the moment if you have started thinking those type of thoughts, the moment you enter your boss cabins, you are going to get those things only because you have already put in your thought process that he's going to shout at you, you have done something wrong. So you are going to get something, same thing attracting, because the law of attraction says that what you think and feel, you will attract to you. So instead of jumping to conclusions and thinking that you might be in trouble, take the opportunity to make the magic happen by being grateful for a magnificent outcome. So if this person was called by the boss, he could have just said, thank you for the magnificent outcome for the meeting with my boss. So that, what will happen? Whatever he is thinking that something good is going to happen, at least nothing wrong, to at least, if not good also, it will be a very neutral meeting, right? So instead of thinking and, going back again to the negative things, she's saying that we usually do this, that anything happens, we say, oh, something might have happened. If a child says something, something might have happened. Our mind goes to those type of thoughts. What we can do is we can put the magnificent outcome. Take the opportunity to make the magic happen by being grateful for a magnificent outcome. If you missed your bus or train on your way to work, what happens when we miss a bus or train? We get really, what happens? Please tell me.
We feel upset. We feel, array, I missed the bus. I should have left early. I wouldn't have missed.
Yes, and then what happens after that? One after the other, one after the other, your thought
Yeah.
starts. Now how I'll go. Then you don't get rake because you're thinking, I missed the bus, I became late, I became late. And then again, you don't get a rake or something. So sequence follows of these negative thoughts and the actions also. So if you miss your bus or train on your way to work, or miss a flight, or are unexpectedly delayed, instead of thinking this is bad, be grateful for the magnificent outcome so that you put the magic into motion to receive a magnificent outcome. So instead of being, she say, instead of being, ungrateful and, going into the negative situation, be grateful and don't say this is bad. How come he could do this? This is really very bad. He's not at all right. He's wrong. So when you start doing all these things, you are increasing more of those things. So instead of that, just say, thank you for the magnificent outcome of whatever the work is there. If you are a parent and you are asked to attend an unexpected meeting at the school about your child, so instead of thinking that there's a problem, my daughter, my son might have done something, that is why I have been called, be grateful for the magnificent outcome. So what happens is when you get a call from the school also, that you have a meeting, come here, what happens to us? We immediately think what our child might have done, what my child might have done, that they have called me. Definitely my child might have done something wrong, and that is why the principal is calling me. But instead of that, you create a magnificent outcome beforehand. If you receive an unexpected phone call, email, or letter, and the thought flashes into your mind, I wonder what's wrong. Immediately be grateful for the magnificent outcome before you pick up the call. So sometimes it happens now, you receive a call and you expect, my God, what happened? Why suddenly she's calling now? What happened? So, or you get some letter from the society, or you get a letter from an email, from a colleague, or you get an email. So what happens is sometimes your mind goes into immediately, my God, something wrong might have happened. Something wrong might have happened. I don't know why this person is calling me. So that time beforehand only, just say thank you for the magnificent outcome. Most of the time, you will see and experience the magnificent outcome you asked for, and occasionally, you won't even know how you benefited from an unexpected event. Okay, so sometimes suddenly some unexpected event happens, we get very shocked. Now what I'm going to do, but you don't know what you will get out of that. But when you ask for a magnificent outcome and feel sincerely grateful for it, you are using the mathematical law of attraction. And you must receive a magnificent outcome back somewhere at some time, guaranteed. Means mathematical law means it multiplies. Okay. It comes into a great folds. So if you are using a mathematical law of attraction, you must receive a magnificent outcome back somewhere at some time, guaranteed. She's saying it's guaranteed that you will receive. So whenever you find yourself thinking that there's a chance at play with something in your life, or thinking that you have no control over something. See, there are times when we have no control on something, like I'm trying my level best. Like one of our friend was sharing, that she has no control about her circumstances at home. So that time, what should we do? Apply magnificent outcome. So there will be some times in your life where you're thinking that I don't have control now over something, or when you find yourself hoping that something will turn out very well, or you have thought, my today I have done this, today I want this client to meet me. So that time, remember that there's no chance for the law of attraction. You will get what you are thinking and feeling. So if you think good that I'm going to get this client, this meeting is going to be really very fruitful. I'm going to get this much shares like profit in this. You are going to get if you put the magnificent outcome in all the ways, or the things you do in throughout the day. Or even when you go out, when you go to the restaurant, when you go, sometimes you feel you don't get place, sometimes you don't get a good table. So beforehand only, you if you say that I've got good table and the place is very good, the ambience is very good, and I'm enjoying, you have already put the magnificent outcome. So gratitude helps protect you from attracting what you don't want, that is bad outcomes. And it ensures that you get what you do want, that is magnificent outcomes. Now, everyone tell me, who has applied till now anything like that? Did we know this before? Has
We
anyone
didn't,
applied?
yeah, we didn't know. I didn't know. But then it's like I have been doing this, like, maybe not, I was not aware of it. But then I've been doing, but that somewhere in my mind, it was there always. Like, whenever I said, no, this is going to happen, like, so it has happened with me. So that thing is always like, for example, if I say, no, I'm all well, everything is fine with me, I'm very happy, today.
Hmm.
So that has really made my day happy, and it is nothing has come on my way. And whatever came also, like, somehow it is, balanced and made me happy. So that I have felt, right from like day after marriage, and the day I started, realizing things like this, like,
Hmm.
whatever I'm doing, and I've made up, I mean, my mind itself, today, especially when I was working in school, I was like, I used to feel like, will this thing happen today? Or is there a meeting or something? I felt that, because I have been done my work, so I said, now somewhere or other, my work or whatever, the thing will be, appreciated by the people and all that. So that is many a times it's happened with me. It has outcome was like that. So I really appreciate it because my thinking and whatever has happened, the outcome had matched very well.
Yeah, you have
So
thought and it has matched, because that was
yes,
the law of attraction which was working.
yes.
You see, we are manifesting every day. But
Mm.
were you grateful before?
No, I was not grateful.
That is what we are learning today. That we are
Mhm.
learning that when you are grateful for the magnificent outcome, you're using the universal law. Because see, manifesting we are doing every day, even
Yes.
unknowingly, even when we were not in this book, even when we are not in this book, even when a thought arises that you want something, that I want to go today for a picnic, or today I want to go for a restaurant, or today I want to go for this trip.
Mhm.
We are manifesting on the normal way also before we knew this book, right? We are already manifesting every day. We are manifesting every day without knowing this book. Also, we were manifesting because the universal law is working for us every day. So when you are grateful for the magnificent outcomes, you are using universal law and changing hopes and chance into faith and certainty. So you are becoming very certain, no, this is going to be happening only the way I want. So when gratitude becomes your way of life, you automatically go into everything you do with gratitude, knowing that the magic of gratitude will produce a magnificent outcome. So here you automatically know that now whatever magic of gratitude I am going to give to this thing or the circumstance or the problem, I am going to have a magnificent outcome. The more you practice magnificent outcomes and make it a daily habit, the more magnificent outcomes you will attract into your life. Less and less you will find yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. You won't find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time. So all these things will start moving away from your life. And no matter what happens in your day, you will know with absolutely certainty that the outcome will be magnificent. At the beginning of today, choose 3 separate situations where you would like magnificent outcomes. You can choose 3 things that are important to you in your life currently, such as a job interview coming up, an application for a loan, an exam, or a doctor's appointment. You can also start by selecting 3 things that are normally humdrum. Humdrum means everyday routine activities, okay? Humdrum means something very routine. You can also start by selecting 3 things that are normally humdrum activities for you or you don't want to do, because when the magic happens to those humdrum activities, you will be really convinced that you attracted the magnificent outcome. So there might be some things which you really don't want to do, or your very casual things, but you don't want to do. So you can apply for the magnificent outcome for those things also, where you don't feel like doing, but then you need to do, you have to do. It's obligatory for you. So that time also you can use this magnificent outcome. For example, you could choose your drive to work, doing the ironing. Simple thing. You want to do the ironing. You can put a magnificent outcome. Going to the bank or post office, picking up the kids, paying the bills, or collecting the mail. Okay, make a list of the 3 situations you have chosen for the magnificent outcome. Use the gratitude's magical power. And as you write each one, imagine that you're writing about each one after it has happened. So, what is the format you're going to write? Thank you for the magnificent outcome to, then you have to continue whatever. Thank you for the magnificent outcome of or for thank you for the magnificent outcome to complete my ironing today. Thank you for the magnificent outcome to print the letter and give it to the police today. That way. So you are going to make it into your own, whatever the problem is there or whatever the outcome you want. So when you put thank you for the magnificent outcome, you are already putting that this is going to come out really very well. So beforehand only you put the magnificent outcome and write it down. Now, what we did was we wrote in the starting few list, right? So we are going to write this now for that in this format now. Pick up 3 important things you want to finish from that list, what you wrote today, and write in this format, thank you for the magnificent outcome. Okay. So for the second step of this magical practice, you are going to choose 3 unexpected things that arise today and use the magical power of gratitude for their magnificent outcomes as well. So suddenly in the daytime, you will notice that something has come up. Okay. Anything. It could be some guest coming, some meeting coming up, or you were called by the director, you had to go here, or suddenly you had to rush, take your children to the hospital or anything. So you could, any 3 things are coming today, any unexpected things happen in the day. Instead of getting afraid, instead of going into negative thing, you practice immediately. Thank you for the magnificent outcome of, okay, like that in your mind. So you could do this practice before you take 3 phone calls or before you open 3 mails. Also today you are getting call, you just, anyone calls you up, you just say, thank you for the magnificent outcome of this call. So any 3 things you can do today, she's saying, one thing you have to write, second practices that you're going to, before you take any phone, you open your 3 mails or 3 letters in the mail, but you do an unexpected, or before you do an unexpected errand or anything else unexpected that comes up in the day. This part of the practice is not so much about what unexpected events you choose as it is about practicing gratitude for the magnificent outcomes on the little unexpected things. So even the smallest things which is happening throughout your day, you can say thank you for the magnificent outcome beforehand only. Like you get a call, you have to go now. Suddenly you have to go somewhere, or you have got a toothache and you have to rush to the dentist. Anything, you can immediately put your magnificent outcome, write it or say orally that time and move. Each time an unexpected event arises, close your eyes briefly if you can and mentally say and feel the magic words. Thank you for the magic outcome. Okay. So here, whenever you are out and suddenly anything happens, or even when you're home and suddenly anything happens, you're not going to take a book and write, right, about it. Thank you for the magnificent. So immediately close your eyes, just close your eyes, and thank you for the magnificent outcome of my QCI reports done. That way you are going to speak immediately that way. You can't do this magical practice too much, because the more you practice it, see, she's saying you can't do, because this you have to do it. That means she's saying that you need to do it, because the more you practice it, the more magnificent outcomes you will have in your life as a matter of course. Okay, so the more you will practice, thank you for the magnificent outcome of this, thank you for the magnificent outcome of this. So whatever is there, if you are saying and writing, doing this, you will see the difference, and the more you practice, you will experience the difference in your life. But practicing it today will get you into the idea of it. And in the future, if you find yourself in a situation where you are hoping for a good outcome or thinking that you need luck, you will immediately turn to the magical power of gratitude and make the magnificent outcome a certainty in your life. So see, she's saying whenever you have anything like that in future, today you will get into that practice. You will start practicing. Like how Tasneem ma'am said, ki there are things which do happen, which you have that feeling, I have done my well, I have given my 100%, things are going to work for me, everything is going to be well. But if you put thank you before that, you become certain that this is going to happen according to my will. Because even when you are saying it, I am sure that this is going to happen, I have given my 100%. Somewhere in the subconscious mind, I know, because we are human beings, we have those negative thoughts. होगा क्या नहीं होगा, पता नहीं क्या बोलेगी, अब मैं प्रिंसिपल ने मुझे बुलाया है, अब क्या बोलेगी, पता नहीं क्या करेगी. तो these thoughts are already, even if you are trying to be positive, these thoughts are already coming to your mind. Okay. So beforehand, you become thankful and have a belief that everything is going to be well. So this is the practice of 21 day. Count your blessings, make a list of your 10 blessings, write your list. Don't forget your parents' gratitude. That is very important. At the beginning of the day, choose 3 things or the situations that are important to you. Where you want magnificent outcome. Sorry. List your 3 things and write each one as though you are writing after it has happened. Thank you for the magnificent outcome. Okay. So just now what you have written, I'll be giving you time. You have to write 3 things from your list. You write down with the format, thank you for the magnificent outcome. And you see those 3 things happening today and how nicely it is happening. As you go through your day, choose 3 unexpected events that come up in your day. So as you go throughout your day, means throughout the day, this is like something orally, you don't have to write. Anything happens, unexpected happen, you just say thank you. Each time you close your eyes and mentally say and feel, see, mentally say and feel, thank you for the magnificent outcome too. And you will see the difference, to that thing or the unexpected event which has come up has turned out very well. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Okay? Before your eyes. So magnificent. Now see, all these practices, now what we are doing is coming from, is what you say is coming from what you need to do. Let me see if I can share this. I don't know. I'm not able to share. It's opening in some other format. not opening. The format is going wrong. Okay. Okay. So today's chapter is about having belief and certainty that this work is going to happen the way I want. And wherever you have that fear, the fear goes away, ki no, this thing will happen or no, no, your doubts will go away. Because see, this law always says that if you are so sure or you are certain about that the things are going to happen your way, you should not have any doubts. You should not have any doubts. But if you are doubting also, then you are not following the law of attraction. So you should not have doubts. You should be very certain about it that this is going to happen. And if things do not happen your way, then you should not go into the negative emotion also. So I wanted to discuss about the negative emotions, but I could not open that. Maybe I'll have to get another one from Google. So any question related to today's practice or any sharing what good happened? Anything?
None actually today.
Yes?
None actually today.
Not. Okay. Tasneem ma'am, you? Anything to share? Mangal ma'am?
No.
Nothing to share? Okay. So tell me, who have been doing the practices till now, what is the difference that you're feeling in your life? You can tell me about that. What is the difference after you have come into these practices? What change you are feeling? You can share about that at least? Or there is no change?
I would like to share. Actually, after starting this session, things have changed because even though when I was free, not in, I mean, in between my work, whenever I was free and I was just sitting, certain things used to come up in my mind, I was, wherever in the subconscious mind, I used to, that question was there, will this happen? Will that happen? Is it going to be the right way? Whatever I'm thinking, or will there be any problem arising? These were the things coming up. But then after doing this session and the way you have asked me to do the each and every magic dust and the heart walk, taking steps, footsteps, and all this. So like there are so many things to do. So like I'm not finding my mind is going to not going to that thing which I was thinking previously. It's always there, yet looking forward to do something which you have taken in the session. Okay, I have not done this, let me do this now. So this is
Very
what
good.
I'm doing it. So, and a little bit time, I don't get much time, but whatever little time I get, my mind and heart look forward to do those things.
Great. Great,
So
great sharing. Great. I mean, this is what you should start feeling. You should start feeling happy. The main first thing is when you start doing this book, now you start feeling happy. I don't know if you're getting that feeling because when I had started doing, I started feeling happy internally. For previously, the happiness used to be, like I got this thing, and thodi there I used to feel happy. But after that, again, I used to not feel so happy. you know okay, it's okay, I've got this thing. But now that feeling of having an eternal happiness is something different, the real happiness. So that, and the practices, the practices keep you so occupied that you don't have time to think about negative thoughts. So if you keep on doing your practices, magic dust, whenever you're eating your food, going out on the balcony, say, when you go out to the in the balcony, you breathe and you say thank you for the magical air. Thank you for
yes,
the magical air. So the moment you're doing that, you're taking footsteps in the house, you are saying thank you. Your mind is completely occupied in gratitude so much that you don't have time for negative thoughts. Then the negative stops, they say, चलो बैठ जाओ, यहाँ पे जगह नहीं है अभी अपने अपने लिए. अभी हमारे पास जगह नहीं है ये बंदे के माइंड में. तो दे ऑटोमेटिकली मूव अवे. And because you are always into gratitude, you are always into the positive vibes. So you will also see there will be challenges, there will be upsets at home or in your office area, wherever you're working, with whomever you're working, or with your children, anytime, there are going to be upsets, there are going to be challenges, because we are human beings and we live a daily life. We don't live a superficial life, right? No, okay, has to be this way only, this has to be this perfect, this. No, we don't live a superficial life. We live a real life. And the reality is that in reality, we are going to face these challenges. But this book teaches you how to overcome that and how to have a fulfilling life, instead of just cribbing, crying, and speaking negative about everything. Why not enjoy that moments? Why not enjoy that small, small moments, which are now become very necessary? Because we might have
The
left many of our moments, uncherished. We have not cherished those moments. And now is the time where we need to cherish the small, small moments, even talking with our children, enjoying with them, going to a restaurant, eating something, spending some time, or just having a chat or just having a video call with them, that are the small things we need to do, which keeps us happy. And this book teaches us that we can be happy in our own way. We don't need anyone, because we blame others for our emotions. We say, because of her, I became upset. Because of her, I became angry. Because of him, I became this. But if you understand the concept that no one can make you happy, no one can make you sad, no one can make you shout, no one can make you follow anything jabardasti, then you will understand that we are responsible for our own feelings, for our own emotions, for our own thoughts. Because if anyone said anything to you and you are feeling bad, it was your emotion. It was not their emotion. Their intention might not be there to hurt you, but you got hurt because you were having that feeling at that time. So you have to take the responsibility. And that is what Ho'oponopono says, that you have to take the responsibility for your own emotions, for your own feelings, for your own thoughts, for whatever is happening in my life is the mirror of what I have given. Whatever is happening in my life currently is all about what I have given in from my inside, my thoughts, my action, which is creating that type of life for me. So if you are having a breakdown in the health, it is because of that, because you have not taken care. You have been, I am very thin, I am very tall, I am very fat, I'm not able to lose weight, I don't look good, that way. But since you have not accepted yourself, same way, if there is any other issue happening, you have not accepted that, that the thing has come right from you. You are going to mirror, you are mirroring the whatever is happening currently in your life. If you are having lack of money also, remember, somewhere you have said wrong to money. Somewhere you have been very grudgy or grumpy about, giving money. Or you have had said many wrong things about money when you were giving or receiving. There are people who give. So when they receive back from that person, they say, हाँ बहुत टाइम के बाद दिया तूने मेरे को, right? मेरे को भी जरूरत थी, मेरे को भी ये था, मेरे को. So they keep on, cribbing, saying some negative statements. So we don't recall, when we have spoken these words. But if you go to see that there are lots of things we have spoken about money also. So anytime, anything you want, this book has so many good practices that you start following, you will become fan. You will not feel like leaving this book. You will feel like reading again and again, again and again, and going through the practices and doing the practices. Because we have in our group, people who did, then they left, then they had again issues, then they again came back, again they left, again they had issues, and they have again come back to do the book again. Because this book is like a something, if you take deep inside, and every time you read the book, you will see there is a new opening. Every time you read this book, every time you'll have a new opening. So these practices are not just what do you say, randomly written. These are scientific based practices, which is really rewiring our brain. So you don't need to do any other courses. There are people who are doing NLP course. There are so many people are bringing this. But I found that if you do this book also, and if you follow the practices, you are into that sync. You don't need to do any NLP courses or any meditation courses or anything, because you are in sync with all the daily routines, because this book has mentioned everything, all your thoughts, all your feelings. But whenever you are doing your practices, do it with your heart. Just don't do it because I have been told to do it, so I'm writing it. No, because that will not help you. Feelings are important things. See, writing, why it is the practice, what she had bought into this is for writing, is because when you write, it gets etched in your minds and brains. So when you are writing, that is only it is going to help you to put it in your brains. But remember, the feelings come from here. The feeling comes from here. So you have to have those feelings when you are writing. So slow. That is why we continuously write. See, if you write for 10 minutes now, you will not get feelings. But when you do for an hour, when you write for sit to one day, stop doing everything. I sometimes do that, when I'm really upset, or I really feel ki I have missed my gratitude a lot and I wanted to write about this, and today I have not got time. The next day I will tell my children, I'm closing my door, no one is going to come and disturb me. I will put my phone on the flight mode and I will sit, and I sit for nearly 2 hours continuously writing. Because when you continuously write now, then your emotion starts flowing, then you start feeling like today also morning, like when we were doing gratitude, I was crying. Why? Because when you say being, when you say deep gratitude to your parents, for the smallest things when they have done for you, you start crying. You really remember, ki how much trouble they took for us, which we never realized, because we said ki nahi, they have to do it, it is their duty. But remember, there are some parents who do not do their duty also. They leave the children and go. So imagine how blessed we are, that being such a big family, our parents took care of each and every child, clothes. So I always think, when I go back to my memory, I think, wow, we had such a big vada, where there was so many rental people staying. We were treated like, landlords. And then my mother, like, she used to buy clothes every time, such good clothes for us. And we used to go to Wonderland, and Wonderland Guru Nanak cloth store was the one store, where my mother bought our clothes. She never bought the cheapest, having such a big family at that time. And now we just think, when you think of spending, we think so many times. So that is how, then you relate to it, and then you remember ki where you went wrong, where you were right, and how you can improve your practices and, bring yourself to that level. It takes time. It takes time, I know, but I'm really telling you, you are the blessed ones who have come into this journey. Blessed ones. So anything else to share? Sunday, I was just thinking whether we could have a session little late. Will it be okay for you both, Tasneem ma'am, Jabbir ji?
What time?
If we start at 7 or 7:30, Sunday?
Yeah, it's okay.
Because I was planning to
I'll be, I don't know, I'm not sure when today it will be finalized whether I'm going to Bombay
Okay.
tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So
Okay.
if I'm Bombay also, it's okay, I think. I will be able to join. Won't be a problem.
Yeah, because I was thinking a bit late, because we are going to do Ho'oponopono practice for money. So even if
Okay,
you're traveling, please see that you keep some money. I will be putting it tomorrow in the
okay,
group. You need to have some money with you.
fine.
Few notes of money, like currency, you need to have with you when we'll be doing this practice.
Okay,
Putting maybe tomorrow, you can let me know on the group. I'll be putting that Sunday we are going to have this special session,
fine.
so that if other people want to join, they also can join, because some are messaging me on the personal this thing. So I feel, okay, if we do a bit little late, they will be able to join. So maybe we'll do it a bit little late that day. Let's see. Okay. Anything else? So we can wind up. Nothing?
No,
Let's wind up.
okay.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
May God bless you with all your wishes and all that you require. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.